the frontliners. Evos definitely recognize that. That's why the Hilda ban, I think, works well for them. But now, 2 last picks for Evos.
Yeah,
How are they going to run it up?
I think just more dive for Evos could suit them if they don't want to go for the full peel strategy. It will be the Valentina in the mid lane. I believe he's trying to steal the Feather Airstrike away, but they go for the Granger too. And TLID now, I think this is a solid angle to go for the Arlet, is it not? Yes, you're going to be you have to be independent. You're not as, you don't have as many combos as you would like. But against a composition that wants to purely play front to back, that Final Slash becomes an amazing tool to wreak havoc.
Isn't the Granger susceptible to TLID's composition, Arashi?
Well, sort of. We've seen Gato Kaja in particular being used to counter long backline marksman like that. Paquito, though, okay. Interesting response here. Both teams don't really have a strong front line, so they're banking purely on dashes, on execution, on mechanics to really get out of those sticky situations. I gotta say, man, both teams haven't really proven themselves in that department just yet, especially the newer members. So for the coach to be
let's see. And all eyes on you, Fabian.
Let's see, will the Usurper be able to turn this loose streak around for TLID? Back in the day, it was him and the boys, to be fair, who carried TLID back to the winning streak all the way to becoming the champions in Season 14.
And you look at the clash of eras just earlier, Joe against Albert, both displaying great mechanics, but of course experience is the big thing.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Speaking of experience, Arashi, Fabian already taken low, forced to recall.
Tough situation for him indeed. And the rest of the laners aren't really faring that well either. Weedy was actually in the lane a little bit, not the mid lane, to interfere with the clear speed as well. Look at the 3 mid though from Evos.
Front push early on. Joe walking up as well. Now it's going to be Albert who won't be able to hatch it away. Key still able to escape. TLID getting a small win there, but the lethal was taken already. Whoa, Aran! This should be a winning lane, but it's Aran who's forced to recall.
Looking at the Gamos with GamesMax here, you're seeing the aggressive route that Aran has gone on this Paquito. With the concussive blast though, and the sprint, I'm wondering if this is going to be a split Paquito or is it going to be a fighting Paquito? From the looks of it, I think it makes sense to assume it's more of a split Paquito. And interesting enough, that's a strat that Aran used to be kind of known for, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, with the Benedetta too back then. Running the Master Assassin as well, looking for that 1v1, potentially up against the CC, plus maybe going on split pushes later on, will be quite beneficial. But as of now, we see Fabian rotating, assisting Aran. Still not hitting level 4 just yet. Sway Low has the IMU. And it's going to be a turtle dance for both teams. Who will win this one out, though? Key is close by. They're standing by here. And no ultimate for both roamers.
Randy, though, walking up, dodging away from the taunt, too. Joe still in the bush, waiting for the moment here. Key, no level 4 just yet. Joe gonna go for the stacks now. Key walks up again. Albert looking for the Bounded Shocker, won't be able to win the Red Tree battles. Joel is too clean with it. But look at the Vengeance and the current call knocking him down. AOG stolen by Sway Low. First blood to Randy. Aran falling to the yo-yos as Sway Low walks back up. Key gets the knock-up and the knockout punch.
That's gonna be the long fight that favors Evos heavily, man. The Mountain Shocker, the current call, all these tools available for a longer duration fight. And TLID, despite their best efforts, aren't really able to really get a decisive burst or pickoff. And despite getting the turtle, I feel like that's a bad sign for them.
Talent predictions by Gope. 4 for Evos, 2 for TLID. Obviously, TLID are expected to resurge back to winning ways because they have not been able to pick up yet a single win, at least in a series so far in MPLID Season 16. But as of now, it seems like Evos are winning their lanes.
You're definitely getting a more aggression down. Even in the early game, you saw the skirmish they're able to force on the TLID by going into jungles as well. Right now, it's a bit more of a slowdown. But even if both teams take it easy, I do say that Evos' late game ain't that bad either, right? They want to scale up and get some more items. So TLID can't really relax and, play with time here.
Hey, game fact by GoPay. Fabian becomes the 6th player in MPLID to transition from the jungler role to mid lane, following Juan, Sans, Taz, Albert, and Celleboy. So, yeah, welcome to the club. Hopefully, he's able to at least supplement his teammate and his team back to winning a point so far in MPLID Season 16. And power spikes now for Fabian, rather. Glowing One purchased, so at least they have that extra bit of damage in the mid lane, in the skirmishes later on is going to happen. The turtle has spawned. Key is close by. Rendy, level 7 achieved, and he will be very, very annoying to deal with the CC as well. The yo-yos does shred quite a bit of damage coming in from TLID, and now they are only waiting in the wings watching. It seems like Joe doesn't really want to contest this, but Key is preparing for Tsunami Slam.
Great Tsunami Slam into the first with the stolen feather airstrike. Still able to survive for a bit longer, but look at the combo coming in. Kabuki with the Zaman Force, unable to do much as Albert picks up a double kill and a turtle. Aran just barely surviving there. Gets away, but yeah, TL on the back foot. Not much they can do.
It's just a difference in damage and sustain again. For Evos, they have a lot of damage off the bat. They don't really need some really massive power spikes to really get the ball rolling. And they have the built-in healing in the kit of that Kalea in the hands of Key. So for TLID, to try and match them in a long fight, it's a bit too difficult, but a bit of a mini dive there from Evos.
Trying their best
They're
to
gonna
go
be fine. They kind of want to pressure the Harith too. You don't want to give a winning lane to the Harith, especially now. Key, Tsunami Slam!
Oh man, Winnie's not having a good game, and it continues! He's gonna get bursted down. Aran will at least get some compensation up top of the trade. Whoa, purple buff falls as well. So, Joe's farming pattern, his level lead that you would expect against Yisun Shin to be the case here in the mid to late game is compromised. Airline, oh, way too overextended, gets taken down. Key though walks up with the feather airstrike, comes in from Sway Low, good moves by Joe to escape. Another feather airstrike coming down from Fabian too to shoo Evos away as Aran continues to utilize the concussive blast to push in.
Both teams duking it out non-stop. Aran wants to go for the knockout. Where's Rendy?
Ooh, Rendy gets away, doesn't even need to use the vengeance. Composed rookie.
Gotta be careful though. I was looking for the moment here where Key or Rendy is gonna get magical resistance. That's gonna be a huge moment, a huge swing in momentum. Key has an Oracle now, but oh, look at this.
Wow, just picked off instantly. There's not much against Swaylo could do there. No time to react. Gets taunted, no Purify, has to bite the dust.
At least Fabian is proactive in terms of the rotation, especially syncing up with Witty to get pickoffs, to pressure the objectives, but now they want to go for this. Aran and Fabian in the flank angle. This could be very close for both teams.
Oh, great talk by Witty. Goes up with AOG as well, but he, goes just for the jump over, but it's only onto the boy. Aran here, still able to get the shutdown, and it is a TLID win from out of nowhere.
Dude, Evos just weren't respecting the damage potential. Albert got deleted almost instantly. It seemed like Evos weren't really sure how they wanted to play that out, if they were going for a 50-50 or a team fight, and Team Liquid ID were. They jumped straight onto Evos, and they got those big shutdowns technically, so it's a great moment for Joe to really catch up. Because if you saw earlier, Evos rotated Rendy over and gave up the top turret just to ensure that Rendy is going to be able to pressure TLID away from the purple buff. So despite that sacrifice early on, TLID has equalized.
They're slowly getting that lead, stabilizing all their losses. Gold difference though for Albert, 6k in his pocket. Same goes for Erlan, at least a slight advantage ahead of Kabuki right there. But at least the Harith will scale towards the late game. The Granger though, with the Sky Piercer, looking for picks, looking for those stacks, but so far have been non-existent in the team fight. So at least the Granger still can contribute to the pokes. And so far, TLID clearing their lanes because they have lost one down bottom.
It'll be a waiting game still, and honestly, the poke damage from Evos can't be understated. The Death Sonatas, but also Rendy with the yo-yos. If there's a bit of a dance going on, we see Evos slowly but surely get a bit more of a lead, a bit more of an advantage. So they want to try and kite back as much as possible. That's where the Valentina's going to be useful. But the Conceal, is he going to find anyone?
Ooh,
Holding the bush.
on the edge of their toes.
trying to go for 10.
Oh.
There you go. That's going to be the Tsunami Slam, locking him down. The damage is going to be there. Airlock picking up the Sky Piercers. Kabuki won't be able to do much over to turn it around. It's Joe on the other hand with Fabian finally getting on the board to secure a kill. But it's turret plus kill for Evos.
Man, that's a bit of a trade technically, but Evos actually maintain more presence on the map right here with the waves already pushing up. They're gonna get the Lord uncontested?
Free, nothing he can do. Joe walks up, but it's a bit too late. Aran's gonna be caught. Mountain shot there from Albert lands on him, even despite the sprint.
Wow. The Sisun Shin is online. Take a look at the damage. It seems like every time Evos pull the trigger first, they have all the resources to burst the players of TLID.
Joe walking up way too aggressively. Good AOG. Albert with taking out Kabuki. Getting another, but it's Witty, unfortunately, who gets an AOG from Swallow. And a shot by Airlon. Gonna escape by Swallow, but the Chrono Dash follows through. And now Airlon continues to shoot a shot with the Rhapsody to get another on the Sky Piercer.
Dude, I was thinking that Evos are a bit too overzealous here, especially Albert getting taken out multiple times like that. But if you think about it, oh, hang on a second. Oh, Aran with the punches there. If you think about it, 10 minutes. This is about where they want to transition. Now they sacrifice Albert, but they gave Erlan 2 kills with the Sky Piercer. So is that coordinated? Is that planned? I don't know. But overall, I don't think that's the worst case scenario for Evos at all. Especially with the mid turret falling right here. More areas where he can actually look for those Tsunami Slams.
More items for the Granger too. Sky Piercer unlocked. Tsunami Slam again!
Joe way too aggressive, and it's just so predictable from Evos. They've constantly been able to find Joe lacking. Walking up in his own jungle way too, again, aggressively. Oh, Mountain Shocker again over to Oran! He gets away, but he's forced back, and this should be a free. Holy shield down below. Taken! Airline with the shots, forcing out the Feather Airstrike, and Suelo steals it away as well. Mid lane, Holy Shield gonna go down as well as Rendy walks up with the current call. Feather Airstrike by Suelo. A bit late there. Could have possibly gotten a kill with Erlan, but again, it's a Tsunami Slam. Witty cannot handle the burst. Erlan catching back now. Joe still able to get in with the electrifying beats, but Albert shuts him down. Again, it's Aran who dies to the Mountain Shocker. Walks in there way too long.
That was a great team fight from Evos, man. Like, immediately, they go for the aggressive moves, but they identify who was being targeted. So Albert and Erlan are doing a great job coordinating who is going to be moving forward doing damage. Because in that fight, TLID, they went for Erlan knowing that he's building up on those Sky Piercer stacks, and Albert, recognizing that fact, held his ground and just started slashing, started doing tons of damage there. And you're seeing TLID pay for it, and they weren't even able to secure the kill onto Erlan, so... Man, this game is slipping away from their hands fast.
Whoa.
Oh, MPLID Extremer by Good Day. It's Ray's boy. Hey, you know, he used to be your GOAT as well, Mirko. Back in the Bigatron days. Now he is donning that white fur alongside Evos as their talent. But back to the game we go, right? Seems like Evos, they can always orchestrate those quick pickups. Because the Kalea also has the fleeting time now.
Oh man. What? Oh, they're so innocent. They just walk in and they get scammed by Evos. Hey, Evos didn't even have to put effort to scam them. I mean, TLID just walked into it. They wanted to get robbed there in their own jungle.
So they don't have a choice either. But technically, Aran can be sent on like a split push mission. It's not going to be a game-changing type of move, but it's better than just walking up like that. Because Aran, again, is not a tank, and it's not really an AoE team fighter, so he's just tagging along in these fights, and he can't really do much.
Again, it's going to be the Tsunami Slam straight into a kill. Erlan racking up the Sky Piercer stacks. Bottom lane turret going to be falling down as the Mountain Shocker gets used up. Albert, looking for the play, able to get Baby, and his first death will be on the hands of Sway Low. Picks up the Divine Glaive, now does some more damage. Joe knocked up, displaced again. Rendy gets the kill, and it's another Tsunami Slam to give Erlan a double kill.
Evos roaring in game 1. TLID innocent.